What animal do you think this is? What about this one? What about this one? This first one was a hippo. The second one is a swan. And this third one's a baboon. See, there's a major problem with paleontology. When you only have bones, you're gonna make a ton of mistakes. And you're gonna get a lot of things very, very wrong. That's what happened with these animals. They took the same approach. They basically the way we draw dinosaurs from really back in the day. They drew modern animals. This was a hippo, like I said. Looks much, much different. The swan kind of retained its shape. The baboon looks fucking terrifying. Anyways, I got these images from the book All Yesterdays by John Conway and Darren Naish. Amazing shout out. Amazing book. So shout out to them. My point is this, guys. We're way too fucking confident about paleontology when we're really just guessing about bones. Anyways, I'm William from William in the Middle, and today we're going to talk about paleontology and 5 things that they get very wrong. Not because paleontologists are dumb or bad, maybe some of them, but my point is this. We treat paleontology like objective truth. It's not. It's just a bunch of guesses about the past with a ton of assumptions built in. Yes, we are going to talk about them. It's a lot of conjecture. It's the best guess we got. And a lot of sciences kind of work that way. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we shouldn't have any trust in them, but I don't think they should be upheld as like the new truth tellers for our society. And by the way, we did lose our truth tellers. They used to be our priests and our religious leaders. They don't really have any power in modern society. So we're turning to scientists, but the problem is science doesn't give any much when it comes to morality. Total tangent. My point was, you're not going to get a lot of information from rocks. You're just not. That's not how that works. You're not going to get a lot of information from bones. That's not how that works. Anyways, this video is for kids who love dinosaurs and adults who love dinosaurs. Hell, it's for me when I was a kid. Like, there's some things I wish I could just tell myself when I was a little kid. Like, hey, I get it, you love dinosaurs. These fuckers are lying. Because they were. They fucking were. I'm sorry. I hate that we treated paleontology like objective truth. And like, just because a scientist says something is confident we're just supposed to take it as truth. Really, it's a shit ton of conjecture. It's the best guess we got and the best guess that we agree on. Yeah, you guys remember Galileo? People literally thought he was insane just for saying the Earth wasn't the center of the universe. It's the same thing here. Alright, like I said, we're going to talk about the assumptions. My bad. The assumptions we make when it comes to paleontology. Number 1, atom decay. We assume that atoms decay predictably. We have no fucking evidence for that. We have none. We have anecdotal evidence, but no one has ever lived millions of years. We haven't measured atom decay in millions of years. We don't know the decay rate is stagnant. We don't know if the decay rate is okay, so basically the way we measure bones, how old a bone is by measuring the amount of carbon isotopes in that bone. We assume that they decay at a steady rate. We have no fucking evidence for that. If it helps, I grew up hella Christian, so trust me, I came up with all the horrible arguments for why evolution wasn't real. Now I believe in it. I do think there are major blind spots in human cognition, so that's kind of what this video is about. Like, so many inbuilt biases. I love how Orson Scott Card put it in one of his books. Everybody questions everything except for the things they truly believe. I'm paraphrasing, but it is so fucking true. I don't like people who are like that. It's like, you will question everything except for the belief that the Bible is true. You will question everything except for the belief that your mother loves you. I don't know. It doesn't matter the idea. The point is there are some things we hold very close to our heart, to our psyche, to our brain that we will never question it, no matter how bad things get. I try not to do that. Well, that was a whole fucking tangent. My bad. Number two, shrink wrap lizards. Look, guys, this is not what a fucking. These animals don't look right. Cause my bad, I jumped. My bad. I forgot to change it. These look wrong, guys. They're not supposed to look this fucking shitty. Cause they're not real animals. Same for the fucking dinosaurs. We think we have an idea of what they look like. No, no, we don't. A hippo looks nothing like this. Um, and let me show you another way scientists mess up. It comes up, not bad. Comes down to babies. This was a recorded thing like back like 1980s, 1990s. My time frame may be a little sketchy, but basically a lot of scientists would label teenage dinosaurs or like baby dinosaurs a whole new species because they wanted the species named after them. That's fucking shitty. But you know what? That kind of makes perfect sense. Human pride and human ego in science is nothing new. Let's move on. Like I said, I'm working on trying to follow a script. I haven't gotten a hang of it yet. It is not easy. I like having like freedom to riff and talk about things. So this is hard. I have to constrain myself a lot. Let's move on to number 4. Using one skeleton to define an entire species. It's like if I got one Indian woman, any of them, it doesn't matter, and I told you this woman represents all of India. You'll be like, you're kind of stupid, aren't you? There is so much variability. There is so many. What if I got a woman who didn't have use of her legs? Would I assume all Indians didn't have use of their legs? Like, what if I found a woman who's ridiculously smart? Should I assume all Indians are ridiculously smart? And they could be Chinese, they could be Asian, it could be Mexican. I don't give a shit. My point is, when you use one to represent the whole, you're going to make a shit ton of mistakes because you're making so many assumptions. And you don't even know where your assumptions are at. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. My point is, variation matters. Dimorphism matters. Like, just because a man looks that way, you can't assume anything about what the woman looks like. Like, you have no idea unless you have access to the other one. Because there are species where, like, black widows, I believe. The black widow is huge, and the male partner is like that tiny. Like, in comparison, like that big for the black widow, that big for the male. It's fucking like, it's not intuitive, but we assume so many things because we see them in modern life. We are making assumptions about millions of years ago based on our experiences today. That's fucking insane. Like, those shouldn't be valid fucking predictions. Like, someone was trying to say like, oh, what if dinosaurs had zebra patterns, like how zebras have patterns to help them avoid getting killed by a predator. Yeah, they could have. You have zero fucking evidence for it. It is a wild conjecture. Like, and I feel a lot of things when it comes to paleontology are built on that. Number 5, projecting social rules. We act like animal structures are universal. Animal social structures are universal. Like we pretend we know how dinosaurs behaved. We have no fucking idea. Just because wolves act one way doesn't mean all pack animals act that way. Like, it was truly a different fucking world they existed in. Yeah, convergent evolution is a thing, but it doesn't tell you everything. Like, if we pretended that we found dinosaur bones on another planet, I feel like we would have a more accurate understanding of dinosaurs. Because we would have less we would be less inclined to make associations between modern times and the ancient prehistoric past. We share DNA, we share RNA. that is basically the only thing connecting us with those creatures who lived that long ago. Like, you're telling me you could predict the fuck this thing. You're telling me anyone could predict this motherfucker. This fucking weirdo exists. If you saw his skeleton, you would not know that he laid eggs. You would not know that he was a mammal. You would probably think it's a fucking joke. Male platypuses give birth to live young. That's fucking crazy. You would never guess that. You would probably guess it's some sort of hermaphroditic animal if you found the remains. Like if you found a male seahorse with a bunch of little babies in it, your first instinct wouldn't be, oh, the woman that gets pregnant, then she passes on the child rearing role to the male seahorse. That would be no one's first guess. But that's my fucking point. So many things are built into our assumptions about the ancient past. And it is a very interesting topic, but it is very fucking flawed. We don't know shit. We don't know shit. We need more humility. I might be a little high, so maybe that's why I'm a little bit more like enthused. Look, here's a takeaway. Paleontology is fucking amazing, and I love it. I really do. I was a fucking kid reading dinosaur books, drawing dragons in my textbooks. But we need to have some fucking humility. We gotta stop pretending like this is the truth. Like we have access to the truth. These are our best guesses, guys. And if we interpret, and like also, if we misinterpret ancient history, ancient animals, what assumptions are we making today that are just dead wrong? Like, completely fucking wrong. That's literally what I'm trying to get across. It's all about humility. Just have some fucking humility. It is not, and also another thing that I've noticed is it is not about what someone tells you, it's about how confident they are when they tell you. And in a world with AI and all this new shit, you need to be very, very careful who you believe and who you trust. Because you have no idea what assumptions they're making about you, reality, and life itself. Be careful out there, guys, and thank you for your time.